Hello everyone. I want to talk about a self-confidence strategy called authenticity. Here is how we live our lives every single day. We navigate a thin line between approval and authenticity. Sometimes we do things, we live life in a way where we are seeking external validation for everything that we have achieved so far. Sometimes it can be soul crushing if anybody doesn't approve or if anybody doesn't recognize what we have done and how far we have come in our life. But when we choose to live authentically, we are also living in alignment with our values and our own standards, and not what society thinks is the thing that we should be doing. So, why should we talk about authenticity? It is because there is freedom in authenticity. There is a way that we can live our lives where we can celebrate our strengths. Because anything that happens good in our lives is because we have been able to optimize our expertise, our skills, our commitment level, and the courage with which we are fighting for our own cause. So, what happens sometimes is there anything like being too authentic, you might ask? If you remember, there is a classic example in crisis management and how not to communicate. Tony Hayward, the CEO of BP at that time in 2010, was addressing the media and the US Coast Guard employees. There was a massive oil spill off the Gulf shore, and he was being apologetic about what had happened. His words were, "We are sorry for the massive disruption it has caused our lives. There is no one who wants this thing over more than I do. You know, I want my life back." That's what he said, and there was a uproar all around the world about the choice of his words. To his defense, Tony was actually being way too authentic. He had just come onto the global podium and said, "Hey, even my life is disrupted, as a CEO making a lot of money, sitting in, these plush hotel rooms and office rooms. Even my life sucks at this point because this disruption, this oil spill has even disrupted my life." Sometimes that is what happens, right? We are too authentic, and we are too authentic to the people that we love. We express exactly how we feel. We might tend to lose them. So there is a thin line between how much authentic you should be and how much you should hold back. Okay, so of course, if you don't aim and aspire for what other people are doing around you, you will not obviously realize the extent of which you can go in life, how far you can go in life. So it's okay. So you can do a little bit, 10% or 20%, to seek external validation so that you can increase your standards, but at the same time, not do anything for acceptance or appreciation other than for your own. Your own worth is determined by how accepting you are of yourself and how appreciative of your own unique talents. What happens when we live authentically? We live in a no conflict zone. It is where our thoughts, our words, and our actions are aligned. And there is great peace and freedom when we live what we speak. So here is to you, here is to your authentic self. You can be flexible and firm. You can be fierce and forgiving. Go live your best life. Good luck.